Alright, hello and welcome to another episode of Heroes of the Storm A to Z. As always, my name is Conman, and today we're going to check out Kael'thas. So we're going to do basically the exact opposite from that Johanna video, the last one. While Johanna is big and tanky and takes a whole lot of damage and doesn't give out a whole lot of damage in return, Kael'thas is squishy. He is a glass cannon. He can drop pretty quickly. But on the flip side, he deals out damage in just truckfuls if you give him the opportunity to. Just tons and tons and tons of damage. So let's talk about Kael'thas. He's a fire mage. All of his abilities, well, nearly all of his abilities are going to be fire-based. He's from World of Warcraft, obviously. He's a mage. He's going to do lots of ability damage. He's going to be squishy. He's going to rely very heavily on positioning and being able to land his spells. And he'll have his counters and whatnot. We'll talk about that toward the end of this section here. Let's take a peek at his trait first. So he's got his 3 abilities. Interestingly, his trait here is called Verdant Spheres, and when you cast it, it's going to look something like this. And what this does, he's got his abilities, and we'll show it off here. What it does when you have Verdant Spheres active, and you can toggle it as you see, and I can just keep this as long as I want to. I can mount with it. It doesn't matter. That doesn't make a difference. You can cast it wall mounted. It's not a problem there. So when Verdant Spheres is activated, it makes each of these abilities just a little bit better compared to what they would be without it. So first off, let's take a look at those abilities. First off is his Q, Flame Strike. After 1 second, it's going to deal a bunch of damage. You kind of saw me casting in here. By default, it looks like this. It does a whole bunch of damage. As you can see, 700 damage is level 20 is pretty sweet. It's actually got a longer cast range than Janus Blizzard, I believe. That looks about longer if I'm just eyeballing it right now. And when you use Verdant Spheres, the radius gets 50% bigger, so it's just a bigger radius. Again, this is an AoE, so this will hit all targets in it, which means you could conceivably just get a huge chunk of damage down if you get a lot of people in there. That you can use this, 7-second cooldown, so it's not so bad. I mean, this is going to be great for wave clear. Let's see if we can get some minions up here. We'll pop our spheres to get the extra radius. We'll just stay in here so they stay where they are. I mean, and that's nearly kills the entire wave right there. So you're going to be a big source of wave clear right there, so he'll be pretty good at that. His next ability, and actually I'm going to head back up here. His next ability is Living Bomb. Living Bomb is going to look something like this. So it's an AoE, not an AoE, excuse me, it's a dot. It ticks for a couple seconds, doing a little bit of damage, and then it explodes and does a huge chunk of damage. Now, the interesting thing about this is this explosion will do damage to everybody around it as everything walks away. So I didn't actually do damage. So when this thing dies, you see it kill the other minion with it. Interestingly of note, I don't know if I'm going to get this here with Arthas. There it goes, perfect. Okay. Interestingly of note, and this is in where it can chain and do a tremendous amount of damage to lots of people. What the Living Bomb does is when that secondary explosion hits a hero, they then get affected with Living Bomb. So here's the tooltip, just so you can see it. As you can see right there, the tooltip, other heroes damaged by this explosion are also affected by Living Bomb, although their secondary explosion can't spread. So you can't chain this indefinitely, by default. But if you can drop that on a fort or even a minion, and if it hits the hero, they will then get affected by Living Bomb. So they can't spread it around, but then they can channel the explosion to somebody else. So you'll see this if you're playing the lower ranks, like in the lower skill levels. You'll see this a lot where people will get hit by Living Bomb and they'll run away and they'll run straight into the arms of their team and blow them all up. So you want to be careful. You're going to see what it looks like. I mean, you're basically going to be on fire. You know it's coming. If you have this, you're going to want to spread out. If you see your teammate with it, if you can toss them a heal or something, that's great. Maybe, protect them, whatever. Otherwise, stay the hell away. Just keep your distance long enough to not get blown up if you can help it. When you have Verdant Spheres, it looks something like this, which is basically exactly the same, except it gets rid of the cast time the cooldown, because it is an instant cast. Gets rid of the cooldown and no mana. So you could chain it. So tip with this is you don't want to use this twice in a row. You are gonna want to put this on 2 separate targets. Like here in the target dummy, it's not even gonna let me do it. just for extra. If you really need to like clear out a wave or get some serious damage, it's gonna look something like this, and everything blows up, and then you get the extra damage there. I believe at one point, and you know, I might have to go back and check this. I believe at one point you were able to recast it on a target and then it would instantly explode. I guess that's not a thing anymore. I'd have to check the patch notes. So it's been a little while since I've played with Kael'thas. But that is Living Bomb. And then the last ability, and this is his defensive ability, is Gravity Lapse. Looks a little bit like this. It's a skill shot. It's a stun. So it goes out into a line. It does have a travel time, so people can dodge this, but it's going to hit the first target, and that could be the first target. I mean, it could be a minion or a mercenary. It's not even going to matter. It's not heroes only, so if you have minions in front of you, it's going to get blocked, so you gotta aim it accordingly. The advantage when you use Gravity Lapse, the first duration is going to last a little bit longer. See, that lasts a little bit longer there. Also, it'll stun more than one target. It'll hit up to 3 targets in a line. So it's going to look something like this. So that's going to be your primary defensive ability, and this has got a long cooldown, 14-second cooldown. It also has long, high mana cost, 90 mana. So you do got to be careful. All of your spells are fairly high up on the mana range. Kael'thas is going to have some mana problems. I keep losing focus here. I got to move my mouse. All right, let's take a quick peek at the ultimates. First one is Phoenix. Phoenix looks something like this. I'm just going to put a bunch of them out there. So you're only going to get one of these. I have cooldowns off, so you can see it's just going to look like this. What this does is it will do damage to everything. Like it sends this bird out up to, you actually get a pretty decent, radius before it's going to go. By the power of the sun. It will do damage to everything in its path as it travels there. And then, once it's landed, it only lasts, what is it, 7 seconds. Yeah, not too long. But it will do damage to all the stuff. Let's come back over here so they're all on this. It will do damage to 2 targets that is inside it. So this is going to be great for zoning people out. I mean, if you can get somebody stunned in here, yeah, that'll do a big chunk of damage. Let's see how much it does. I don't know how much it does at 21. Total damage for the one target. There you go. I mean, that's over 2,000 right there. That's just about 2,500 at level 21. So that's assuming they take the whole thing. But this is going to be great for zoning out targets. Zoning out, like if you have an objective that they need to get to, you can throw this down. The enemy is either going to have to fight in it and take a lot of damage, or they're going to have to back off, leaving this area to you. So the other ability that he can take is Pyroblast. Pyroblast is going to be the flashy one. Looks something like this. It's got a wind up, and it's got a long, travel time. That was 2,300 damage. That is not a mistake. So this thing, it takes a second and a half. It's got a fairly large cast, cast range, as you can see here. I mean, this is pretty decent. If your enemy runs out, it's only heroes. You can only cast it on heroes. If your enemy runs out of this range by the time you finish casting, it's gonna cancel the cast. So you gotta be careful of that. So here's what's gonna happen. This will follow the enemy pretty much indefinitely. Like it'll follow it forever. I mean, if this thing can outrun it in some form, it will just follow it all the way back up to even the Hall of Storms. The other thing about this is let's get this here. Let's try that. We'll refresh one more time. We'll cast this on Arthas so we can see what it looks like. Again, you see it does splash damage to anybody nearby. So wait till Arthas comes into range. Hello, sir. Boom! Blew up all those minions that was next to it. If those were heroes, it would do damage to all of those heroes. Here it is. It's just going to follow him. It'll kill him now. It does damage to all these walls. I mean, the splash damage will hit whatever. So this is obviously fun to use. I think you have to be careful when you have this. You got to look at your team composition that you're up against, because if the enemy team can do anything to protect your Pyroblast target, it will completely waste this. And this is 100-second cooldown on this. So, for example, Auriel Stasis. I'm pretty sure Tracer, if she uses her recall, this will cancel it. Burrow can negate this. If you have Illidan and Metamorphosis at the last minute, this will null it out. Anything like that where you're gonna get Ice Block. Nazebo can cast Ice Block. Jaina can cast Ice Block at 20 that we took that last game, or a couple games ago. So anything that's going to protect your target, anything like that, Genji with his deflect, Medivh protects, Uther's invulnerable, anything like that will make this kind of useless if they're going to be able to cast it consistently. So you're only really going to want to take this if you're up against a team that really can't do that. Otherwise, it's kind of a waste, really. And then you're going to be better off with the Phoenix just for the kind of the zone control and dropping it down and doing whatever. So let's take a quick peek at some of his talents. We'll hop into a game. Let me back up here. First off, there are a couple ways to go with Kael'thas. First off is Convection. This is an interesting quest here. So it's quest talent level 1. You get bonus damage by damaging people with Pyroblast. It will stack by 5 each hit up to 100. Now here's the thing, after you get that 20, so they're going to take 20 heroes, after you get that 20, you'll get an additional 100. So this can do, instead of doing 700 damage at level 20, it will do 900 damage at level 20, and that's pretty big. But here's the thing, if you die before you tap this out, all your stacks are lost. Once you get the 20, your stacks are fine. But if you don't get there, your stacks are going to be lost. So this is kind of a risk reward, and you've got to balance who's on your team, who's on the enemy team. Am I going to be at risk of getting just picked off? Do they have a Nova? Do they have Zeratul? Do they have somebody or some combination where I'm really worried that I am going to get picked off somehow? And if so, if I don't think I'm going to get Convection before I get killed, even just something like that, then because you'll be a high priority target, then yeah. Maybe this isn't the one. Maybe this isn't the one to take. Now the thing with Kael'thas is he's very, very, very mana intensive. Like especially in the early game, you're going to be running around. Let's take off cooldowns here. Like here's a flame strike. Here's one of these. Here's one of these. I mean that's a third of his mana. Not quite a third of his mana. But that's a big chunk of his mana right there. And I'm at 20. Let's go back down to level 1 just to see what I'm talking about here. I gotta cast this on something here. Let's go. Let's actually mount for a change. There we go. I know how to play this game. I mean, that's 4 spells. I casted 4 spells, and now I'm at, 2/3 mana. You're very mana intensive in the early game. So maybe you want to go Mana Addict. I'm gonna go back up to 20. Maybe you want to go Mana Addict. This will increase your mana. After you get 20, by gathering globes, after getting 20 globes, you can cast Arcane Barrier to get a shield. That could be useful. Alternatively, you can just do Fel Infusion, which will increase your spell power by 4% whenever you cast Verdant Spheres, and also heal you a little bit, so that can be useful. So you got, again, this is situational. You want to play it by ear. Level 4. Level 4, this is... So I tend to like, you can just do Mana Tap and just go full on Verdant Spheres. So this will give you a little bit of mana whenever that you cast Verdant Spheres. I like to use Netherwind. Increases Gravity Lapse range by 30%. Let's take a look at what this looks like. So this is the range by default. It also will, if it hits an enemy hero, it refunds 80 mana, and this is 90 mana. So that's almost all the mana right there, which will also help with your mana problems. So this is Gravity Lapse by default. This is with Netherwind. Like, that's significantly larger. Significantly larger. And look at all that mana that I just got back right there. I mean, that's a huge deal. So as Gravity Lapse is going to be both your primary offensive, setup and your primary defensive skill, I really like Gravity Lapse. I tend to take that almost all of the time. So at level 7, Burn Flesh is pretty nice. When Flame Strike hits 2 or more, it does additional bonus damage equal to 8% of their maximum health. This is going to rely on being able to land your Flame Strikes. So, again, if you don't think you're going to be able to do that, you haven't been able to do it, if your team isn't, helping you set up that up, maybe you don't want to take it. Instead, I will, tend to go Sun King's Fury. Living bombs that spread to enemy heroes deal more damage. If, you can drop this on stuff, so you can... just get more damage from the bombs. Also, you have Sunfire Enchantment, which every time you cast Verdant Spheres, your next auto attack will deal spell damage. Let's toggle cooldowns here, just make this quick. So that's your basic auto attack. If I activate, boom, and it looks something like that. It's almost like Chromie's Bronze Talons. So, you could use something like that. Keep in mind, you do have to be in auto attack range. You don't get the auto attack range bonus like Chromie does. So something to consider if you're not going to, if you don't want to get into that kind of, melee range situation. So the ultimates we talked about. At 13, I almost always like Pyromaniac. Pyromaniac, each time Living Bomb deals periodic damage to each one of those ticks, your basic ability cooldowns are reduced by a second. So I mean, you can use this. It speaks for itself. I mean, let's toggle cooldowns off. We'll blow my cooldowns here. Okay, we'll hit one of this. I mean, that's just going to be a tick. There's a tick right there, and already this is down faster than it normally would be. You can use this. Let's do this again. So let's go. We're going to cast this.
The sun lights my path.
So it's going to look something like that. To double up, excuse me. Wasn't quite clear what I was talking about there. You can use this if you train it with Verdant Spears, cast it on Sutepper targets. It also helps if I actually take the damn ability instead of just hovering over it. But you'll see. Let's show that in action because I'm just brain farting today.
Choose a talent.
There we go. Now you can actually see the tick. So look at me being. Once again, I know how to play this game. So I almost always take this. The reason being, I am going to be dropping my Living Bomb on stuff. I can do the cast my abilities here. There we go. So now it's the double tick. Now my stuff is already back up. Now I can blow through my mana pretty quickly doing it, but you can use this to kind of chain your abilities pretty quickly. Level 16. Second charge is kind of meh. Flame Strike. I do like Fury of the Sunwell. Explode a second time. 1.5 seconds later. It's sort of it's zone control. If you drop this in front of you, or if you're running away and you drop this behind you, they're gonna have to run through it. They're gonna have to run around it. It's just zone control. Arcane Dynamo can be great if you can land your combos. It's good. I'm not saying it's not good. I tend to either take Twin Spheres or Fury of the Sunwell depending on how the game is going. At level 20 here's where you can get those fun crazy YouTube video moments. Master of Flames, Living Bomb spreads indefinitely, so it will just go on as long as there's targets. It will just keep chaining back and forth. So if the enemy, doesn't back up, the enemy doesn't spread, this will just go on forever. Let's see if I can take this. Drop this here on Arthas. It's gonna go. It's probably gonna blow up the minions before it chains to them. I always forget it actually has to chain to the heroes, so this isn't going to chain to the minions, so I would need heroes there. But if you've got a big stack of heroes, it will chain indefinitely and blow them all up unless they spread out. Excuse me. The other alternative, Flamethrower, increases the range of Flame Strike by 40%, and if it hits 2 or more, and again you've already got an ability potentially to hit 2 or more heroes, the cooldown is reduced by 4 seconds. Rebirth, I'm not huge fan of Rebirth. I think you're better suited to one of these. Even if you take Presence of Mind, I'm not sure. It increases the explosion radius and reduces its cooldown. Like this, situational. I mean, if you can consistently land it, it could be pretty nice. You could potentially clean out the entire cooldown with one shot if they're all grouped up. It does take a long ass time for that Pyroblast to get there. So you got to be careful. I think Master of Flames or Flamethrower are going to be more consistent. So with Kael'thas, let's take a look. Kael'thas, you're going to be positioning is key. You're going to worry about stealth heroes that can get the jump on you. You're going to worry about Illidan. You're going to worry about Nova, your Zeratul, your Sombrero. You're going to worry about high mobility heroes. You do have some point and click damage with your Living Bombs. You can you got a Tracer running all over you. Even Illidan, you can do something like that. You're going to be very dependent on your positioning. You're going to be dependent on your front line to kind of just keep the distance between you and the enemy, so you can throw bombs. You're going to be very mana dependent, especially in the early games. So you're going to have to manage that. Grab your regen globes. Go back to the Nexus when you need to. Gotta watch out for crowd control. Your one form of kind of like your oh shit button, your one form of CC is your stun. So if that cooldown is down, keep that in mind. If you don't land that, you might be in trouble. If you don't have it, if you don't have that up, you might be in trouble. So you gotta be careful. He has the potential to be very, very, very strong. He also has potential to get killed a whole hell of a lot. Alright. There we go. Here's another Q. So here's what we've got. We've got a Sombrero. We have a Varian, which is pretty nice for us. Hope he goes taunt. We have Probius, so that'll be great zone control. So they're not going to necessarily want to move in on Probius's setup, so I can kind of stand in that and drop some bombs. They do, however, have a Zeratul. They have a Lei Ming whose spells are longer range than mine. They have a Zul'jin who can eat me alive if I get too close. So this could potentially be some trouble. Tychus I'm not too worried about. He can do some damage if he gets close. I can stun him. Same with Zul. I do have to worry about Zul's Bone Prison, because if I get Bone Prisoned, I'm probably dead. People can pick me off pretty quick. You know, as long as what I'm going to rely on, hopefully what I'm going to rely on at least, is Probius and Varian to kind of keep me safe, keep me, you know, out of range of these guys. I don't know what they're going to be able to do against Zeratul, but definitely keep me out of range of Zul'jin, keep me out of range of Lei Ming, and drop some bombs. And we're on Cursed Hollow, so I'll have some wave clear. I don't know why this is taking so long to get into the game. Here we go, starting to load. Now it's the advantage for us if that Varian goes taunt, and if Varian goes taunt, and then Tychus really is their tankiest character. We've probably got the better zone control. I am not going to go, like, I'm gonna... I'm gonna go Felon Fusion. I would really like to go Convection. It's very powerful if you can build it up. I don't trust Zeratul not to be able to get me in the early game, and if I don't stack it up, it's a wasted talent. Like, if you can't hit the stacks on that, if you can't build it up, it's essentially a wasted talent. Varian pings the Watchtower, so I guess we're gonna go there. Someone will go there. Probius looks like he's on its way. Okay, fantastic. So I'm gonna keep my distance here. All right, Varian kind of checks the bush. I see Zeratul over here already. He's floating. There he is. There he is. I missed him. See, he's making a beeline for me, so that might have been a good choice. Varian sees him too and gets the reveal. Good job. That's the thing with Zeratul. He is. I'm gonna back up. All right. There's Zeratul again. I did get him. Fantastic. And I hit him with Living Bomb to boot. So he's just going to take a little bit of damage. Oh man, Zeratul, Varian got eaten up by that. I didn't see what happened there. And already, I'm a little low on mana. There's Zeratul. I don't know if... I hope you can see the shimmer, guys. That's fine. I'm just going to do some damage. Stay near the towers, soak this XP. Hello. Thank you, sir. Zeratul's gonna want to come after me. I don't know. Probius looks like he's okay up top. We've got 2 on bottom. I assume Zeratul is still over here somewhere. I don't see him on the map, and I don't see the shimmer. So if I don't see the stealthy, and I'm playing as Kael'thas, I assume the stealthy is coming after me. That's always what I'm going to think. Which means I want to stay near my towers. I don't want to push out there unless I'm safe. And I still don't think I'm safe. There's the shimmer, right there. There he is. He's coming to Varian. Got him with the stun. And I don't get the... Look at that, it didn't take much. I took, what, a bolt to the face, and I'm at half health. There he is again. He's coming. He sees me at low health, and he's coming in. Varian, however, is also on his game and does see him as well. So thank you, Varian. I appreciate that. Go ahead and throw that down there. I'm going to back off. I will take gravity laps. I have a feeling I'm going to be using that quite a lot. And I'm just trying to soak the experience, waiting for the first... There he is. He's coming for me again. Missed me. I'm going to regroup because this tribute's about to spawn. Which means I want to make sure I'm at full-ish mana for this. There it is.
Gather tribute.
And there it is.
In my favor.
So I'm going to head over that way. I'm going to go down to the bottom. We've already got 2 heroes there, so that will be useful. I'm actually going to stay this way and take a long route so I don't accidentally run into Zeratul. Yeah, I missed my gravity lapse, unfortunately. I did get the living bomb, and he's going to spread that, hopefully. Did we not get him? We didn't get the kill on that. That is very unfortunate. I thought he was going to be dead for sure. He's going to get killed, though. There it is. That's living bomb. I'm going to eat that, which is unfortunate. Now I'm going to back off, because, again, I don't know where Zeratul is. Zul'jin's coming in. He's trying to be sneaky. You're gonna get killed. Yep. So I may get this with the zone control. I won't. He does get away. I throw some damage on him. You can eat. Not quite that. Now I'm gonna get killed. He's gonna come for me. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Well done.
That's another kill. Alright. I think we're going to get this tribute. We do. Very good. Let's try to help our team out. I'm going to get that. I'm not going to get the flame strike off. We'll get some damage on the Zul'jin though, and I will eat this orb. Fantastic. Go back up to mid. So that's a good start, at least. I'm playing very passively. I don't feel comfortable right now with what we've got going on, so I think, it does look like, however, the team is on their game in doing what I need them to do, so I can kind of maximize my potential. Again, I just assume Zeratul is all up in here as well. Tribute is back down there. We are going to miss gravity labs, son of a bitch. Oh, that's a bad time to get lagged. Yeah. Unfortunately, my frame rate just dropped, and I walked too far. And I walked right into that orb. I don't know if I got any of the spells off that I was trying to get. We did get the tribute, however. So, yay for us. XP is about even. You know, and Varian doesn't really pick it up until 10, so I'm liking this thus far. Also, there you go. I would have lost my flame strike. I wouldn't have had a whole lot of flame strike stacks, but I would have lost any that I had. We're gonna head back middle. Come to help out. He's getting pushed a little bit. Is Samaro gonna go for? I don't know what he's doing. There's a stun for you. There's a living bomb for you. Yeah, see, Limmy had to run away. Good protect. Interesting. I don't think, I'm gonna go Pyroblast because they don't really have anything. They can Tazdingo. That's not great. Oh, I'm gonna get killed. Look at that. Walked right into that one. I was looking at what they've got and I walked right into that. That was a good setup for them. That was me not paying attention to where I was going. Very, very poor map awareness on my part. Also, our team was kind of out of position, so that's too bad. Hopefully, we'll get some push out of it. But yeah, I went Pyroblast because I don't think they've got any of those abilities that I'm really like. Oh man, they're gonna be able to get out of this. Like, Layman can't dodge it. The only thing I'd be worried about is a Tazdingo, because he could take Tazdingo and eat that. But otherwise, there's really not much they could do. Even Zeratul would get hit, and that would be nice too. That would chase him away. He did go Tazdingo, right? That's the Tazdingo icon.
Tired of your petty squabbling.
Yep, he did. Okay.
Tribute. Earn my favor.
I don't like that. I am not going to get there in time. Also, they know I'm coming because they see this. Hello, sir. Did he not get... I'm not sure what happened to my cast time there. I don't understand why it didn't go off. My plan was to cast Pyroblast, and then did he stun me? What did I get hit with? I'm not sure what happened. So the plan there was to cast Pyroblast, drop Living Bomb, and then hit him with the Gravity Lapse to stun him before he could Tazdingo. And for reasons that I'm not sure of, the Pyroblast kind of fizzled. I really don't know what happened there. We did get the tribute, however, through that, so I guess it's not a Death in Vain? I don't know. I didn't think I played that particularly well. I don't know where Zeratul is, so I don't want to be... Yeah, like this is one of those, like, right like these. I'm going to back up. There you go, and there's a kill. So there's a kill. I like that. Alright, we've got Samaro here, so I'm going to come out and I'm going to hang out and help you a little bit.
Enough. The curse is over. I hope you remember.
And now I'm going to back up. So that's I got fortunate that we could take Pyroblast, because that could be pretty much a guaranteed kill on somebody if they allow me to get into range. I think I'm a slightly better Kael'thas than I am Jaina. I don't know. Not by much though. Alright. That's a good zone out. That's an interesting use of the ult right there. I guess he was in trouble, so that's fair. Kept him alive. We do have... That fort's low, but I don't want to push it unless we're all going to go in. Here we go. Okay. Ah, Zeratul's on his point. Okay. There he is. There's Zeratul again. Come on, buddy. I missed him. That was just a... Alright, Pyroblast is back up. Oh, I'm out of mana. That's my problem. Jesus. Yeah, I'm a better Kael'thas, he says as he stands there with no mana. So that was my fault. I saw him Tazdingo. I was going to unload the Pyroblast because he would have been killed because it would have hit him after the Tazdingo, and I had no mana to cast it with. It's called being dumb. Has Cassie... I don't know where Cassie's been. She wasn't there for that fight. She's going to get killed now. Yep. Yep, so they've got the advantage here. Somehow I have the most hero damage. I have no freaking idea how I'm doing this.
I think you could use some mercenaries on our side.
Cassie is pinging boss. I don't... Yeah, that's great. We're all dead, so we can't really do anything. Yes, they are.
Gather tribute.
We're all dead. Can't do anything. We can go defend the boss. That's what we can do. Like, we get it. Probius is going to go back out. Now, we're down a level. Slightly. About a half level, but we are down to talents here. Yeah, Probius has got to be careful. I don't know... There we go. There's the kill on Zeratul because screw you, buddy.
Oh man, you should have seen your
Got
face.
rooted by the boss.
Hey, good night.
Thank you, Samaro. I appreciate the kill.
Killing spree concluded.
So they're going to push mid. This is a pretty close game. It could go either way. I've died 5 times, which is bad, as you might imagine.
Gather tribute. Earn my favor.
It's going to be a 4-on-4. I will be up before Lei Ming does. I will be, at the very least, I'll be en route
Oh, nice explosion. I give
by the
it
time this thing spawns, which is right now. So in theory, we've got advantage, although I'm a big chunk of the damage. There's a kill on Tychus, fantastic.
wow. Pull any punches or anything.
There's just a flame strike, just in case. Let's go and see if we can get this tribute. I don't see Zeratul. There's Zeratul. Hello, friend. I think I stunned them. There we go. And there's a flame strike for you. You're going to get blown up. Oh, he lived. He lived. That is too bad. There we go. Thank you, Probius. Alright, so there's a tribute for us. I would love to get the boss, but it's just the 2 of us. So probably not going to happen.
I think you could use some mercenaries on our
We
side.
could get this camp, though. Probius says he's got it. Okay, very good. I'm going to head up to the top and get that minion wave. Yep. I got it. I got it the first time. I'm on my way, buddy.
You presume to challenge me? I know Kael'thas. Welcome to the future.
Alright. Zeratul's up in 10. So in 10 seconds, I need to be more careful again.
Shall we
Maybe before 10 seconds. I'm going to miss my stun, and that's not great. You can eat that. Yeah, you're going to run away. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh, kablamo.
Thank you, sir.
All you can muster?
Help me out there.
Killing
I'm going to hang out here in the bushes. I would love for Lei Ming to come back out with that low health.
Our ally requires assistance.
Nope, you're going to get dead.
And don't forget to check the pockets. What?
You fight with skill and honor.
That's fine. So we are 3-on-3. Here is... Let's see, I missed my stun.
Shall we see who gathers
He's going to blow Tazdingo early. I think that's going to be bad for him. There he goes, yep.
Oh, 2 for 1 sale.
He blew his Tazdingo too early. Let's go with that. We're going to go with that. We're going to go living bombs. All the living bombs. We should pick this up cleanly. They only have 2 people. One of them is right here. One of them is following us. So I'm just going to hang out here. If he pops, I'm going to use gravity laps. Which he doesn't.
You
Because
have
that was a
won
smart
my
play on his
favor,
part.
heroes.
We'll hang out here.
Let your enemies
Alright.
know my wrath.
Can we get a push? We're going to get... I don't like getting... I missed my gravity laps again. Mother... I don't like going for the boss during the tribute phase. There's the stun. I'm getting hit. Zeratul is going to come pop me. I'm going to back off. Damn.
A fine choice.
I'm just going to run away. I don't trust that he isn't following me. Like, I really just... I'm scared.
I must pull back.
I'm scared. Alright.
Fort destroyed.
I know Kael'thas.
It's good fort
My
kill, though.
curse subsides for now.
Samaro is doing work over there. I'm good at this game. Jesus Christ, I'm super awful.
I must pull back.
So I lied, I'm just apparently a crappy Kael'thas too. We do have the advantage in the game. We have all our keeps up.
Fine choice.
They just got the boss. Varian will finish that off. Thank you, sir. We've got our camps up. Okay, so now here's what we do have to watch out for. We have to watch out for them taking our boss, which is now back up, while we kill this. Although two of them are here.
Shall be done. All who oppose me shall burn.
And I'm going to... well, let's see him. There's... Alright, there is Zool bottom. Maybe they're not. They're not going for the boss. Because there's two of them there. Zool's going bottom. This is everyone. I'm going to stay with the team just because I don't want to be caught alone. Hello, friend.
Oh, they're still squirming. Gross.
Gather tribute or face my curse. The
Whoops.
choice is simple.
Ah,
Yeah, killing
I don't know what she hit me with. She probably hit me with an auto attack. Oh, disintegrate just through there. That's fine. That was a poor fight. That was not a good place to engage. That was a poor place to engage. What we should have done right there, somebody pinged that Zool was over here in this part of the minimap. This is where we should have gone. We all should have run down here and picked him off. And then we would have just killed him and we've been up. However, that being said, we've got 3 of them dead. And we've got Winions who are doing work. We're not going to get the kill here, but we're going to drop the core down to 40%, and that is pretty sweet. They did get their 3rd tribute. If we had killed Zool there, that would have knocked them down, and we would have had full... Our entire team would have been up. Yeah, at least they ignored our giants to freaking 40, which is true. So at least that served as a distraction. They're going to get this fort.
Hey, port's gone.
Samaro, so we have 3 up now. I don't think they're going to get any keeps out of this.
No. You just lost the port.
Yeah, they're not going to get any keeps out of this, so we're still going to have the advantage. I would love to get boss. Actually, I would not love to get boss because they're all alive, even though one is north. Which is where we're headed through all the things that they can see. Oh, I just got one.
What'd I miss? Looking over there.
Come on, man. Look at your minimap, people.
Let the curse end. Until someone wins my favor once more, that is.
Hey, good night.
Oh, thank you, Probius. Samaro's gonna get this kill. He's the MVP of this game, for sure. Alright, Probius is calling for boss. We have the potential to do that. We're gonna chase these guys away. I don't know if we're gonna get the kill. He's gonna go for Zool. He's not going to hit him. For some reason, he didn't has Dingo. It might have been down. Now we can go for boss. This is 4-on-1. We can go for boss. We could push. We could probably get the other keep out of it. Probius is calling for boss. We're not there. I'm dead. I'm up in 2 seconds. Here comes Varian. Alright, Samaro went to go get a camp, so that's fine. We're going to get this without too much trouble. I'm going to come meet them. They've got this. Let's just stand on the damn thing. There we go. I'll help you out. Alright, we get that. Now here's Zul. I see Zul. He's gonna get away. Yeah, see, I didn't see that. He walked out of range, so I didn't get that cast off. The team was running away from me. I was very lucky that I caught him in that stun. I'm not sure where he went now. I assume he's nearby. I'm gonna stick with my team. So the boss is going bottom. We're gonna take this fort. I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled for Zul again, or Zeratul, whoever the guy is that can stealth. There we go. Good stun. He gets killed. This should be game. Eat that, and game. That was lucky. I got lucky there. I definitely got lucky there. But that was a pyroblast to the face. Somehow I didn't have the most damage. Cassia picked it up at the end. I died way too many times. Yep, that's what I thought. Samaro was MVP status. It's a good job. That was good. I think that was a good game. We had some chances. We blew some chances. We took back some chances. Here you go. Here's your
Epic.
sound effect. Good job. Just got team fight damage from Zul, huh? How about that? So that shows. I mean, that's Kael'thas. You definitely saw. I ran scared because of Zeratul. I think their Zeratul wasn't that bad. You know, fortunately I was able to see him a couple of times. A couple of times I didn't see him. And that caused me some trouble. I definitely didn't pay enough map awareness as Kael'thas, and that caused me some trouble. I mean, that number is far too high. I think 3 of those kills were pyroblasts. I got fortunate that I don't know what's up with the names here. That's funny. I got very fortunate that we got a team that I could play against that I could unload with pyroblast. You know, if this was an Ariel, I wouldn't have cast it. You know, the only one I was really worried about was Zul'jin's Tazdingo. Anybody else, once they get low, that's almost an instant kill unless they can get back to the Nexus. Let's take a peek at the talents. So level 1. Because I was very worried about not getting my stacks, and I was very correct about not getting my stacks, I did take Fell Infusion, increase spell power by 4%, and heals for 94 health when activating. So the health is nice. I suppose you don't have a lot of health to begin with. More about the spell power. You know, more about just not getting this. I mean, just not getting the stacks. Really, Convection is probably the better one if you're confident you can land your flame strikes and not get killed. If you can build up your stacks, I clearly didn't, so I made the right choice. Level 4, Another Wind, increase gravity lapses range by 30%, and if you hit an enemy hero, the mana is returned. Also, very good spell. Like it, did use it to an okay effect. Level 7, Burn Flesh, when flame strike damages 2 more heroes, they take additional damage equal to 8% of their maximum health. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that one. I don't think I hit Flame Strike all that much. I did get it a couple of times. I'm not sure how much value I got out of this. I thought it was okay. I still think it's a solid talent. I might have been better suited with Sun King's Fury, which living bombs that spread do more damage. I mean, it's kind of hit or miss, so that was situational. Talked about Pyroblast. I'm fine with that one. Got a couple of kills. I think I killed Zeratul like 3 times with it, which makes me happy because F that. And he didn't take Void Prison. Actually, I didn't even realize that. That's very interesting. Okay. Level 16. You know, Void Prison would have been something that he could have used to save a hero with Pyroblast. Didn't even think of that, so I kind of lucked out. Level 13. Pyromaniac. Living Bomb ticks restore refresh cooldowns. Level 16. Twin Spheres. Verdant Spheres gains a second charge. Yeah, I wasn't feeling the Flame Strike. The Flame Strikes. So I went in Verdant Spheres, almost especially because of Zeratul. I wanted to be able to spam out Living Bombs. So that was my idea here, just to spam out Living Bombs, you know, do what I can do, and then kind of back off. And that level 20 Master of Flames, Living Bomb spread, can now spread Living Bomb. So it spreads indefinitely. Fine with this one as well. You know, I was tempted to take the upgraded Pyroblast, but really Living Bomb is probably going to be your better choice in a team fight. If you can just get everyone grouped up, it will force them to spread out. We actually even caught up in the kills, just barely at the very end, but we caught up in the kills. So that's Kael'thas for you. Very squishy, very potentially high damage. I spent too much time being killed and running away from Zeratul to really make that have an effect. I definitely ran scared. He was making a beeline for me for... was this a 5-man? I didn't even realize that. Ah, no. I guess he just joined a group after this. Okay. Yeah, Zeratul was making a beeline for me right from the beginning, so I was definitely playing very, very timidly, and I made a couple of mistakes that cost me some deaths. But we were fortunate enough, we did pull it out, so thank you. The team was good, Varian was good. I think everyone there was pretty on point, you know, with what they needed to do. I mean, we took some unnecessary deaths, but for the most part, we were good teamwork there, good coordination. So yeah, that worked out. There's Kael'thas. I will, as always, post the ability spreadsheet there. The talent build from up on Heroes Earth, posted in the description, so feel free to take a look. Leave your comments, let me know what you think. We're going to go into, I think Kerrigan is next, Kerrigan, and then we finally get another support. It's been a while since we've had a support, so then we'll get to go into Karazim. So this is, we're into the Ks, got a couple of Ks to play with. So, thank you for watching this. My name is Conman, and I hope to see you soon.